It's time for Wacky World Studios Sketching with Steven, featuring art director Steven Walker.
Hey there, Wacky fans! Welcome back to another episode of Sketching with Steven. Last time on our show, we did a dog character. We did Little Princess Gracie, and I can't forget about you cat people, so I figured this time, let's do one of our wacky kitties. I've pulled some previous characters from our catalog, so you can kind of see some of our wacky cats we have available. So you'll see we have some really cute kittens here. They all have different patterns. Some are tabby cats. You know, there's some black cats in there. They're all different colors, but we're gonna focus on this cat right here. Okay, it's time to loosen up. So you know what that means. You need to wave out those arms, get them nice and loose, okay? Rotate those shoulders. There you go. All right, now that you're loose, we're gonna practice drawing our circles. Get those nice round shapes, nice circles. All of our characters start with circles. Okay, now I've drawn our kitty ahead of time so you can see what she looks like with the guidelines. There's a nice circle right here in the center of her head. When we start our drawing, we're going to start with a circle right in the center of our page, about the size of an orange. Just keep it light. That's a nice guideline to place all the rest of her features. Okay, now she's got her head turned to this side a little bit. So we're gonna draw a vertical guideline going top to bottom and curving towards the left side of your circle. The next step is to draw a horizontal guideline from left to right and curving downwards. Okay, now the very first feature we're gonna put on our kitty is her nose. Okay, and her nose has a little bump right here below the horizontal guideline, right where they meet. Just draw a little bump right there. Okay, and below that bump, we're gonna draw a little guitar pick shape. And there we go, there's her nose. Okay, now the top of her mouth is actually two-letter U shapes. So we're gonna draw that next. So the first U is gonna be on the left side of your vertical guideline. And you're gonna have it curve down and then up to meet your vertical guideline. And you do the same thing on the other side. A U shape or a letter J. Okay, now on the top of that smile, we're gonna give her a little dimple. So that's just another curved line. It'll curve over to the side of your circle there. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, now she's a very happy kitty, so let's give her a nice big smile. That's just another letter U shape right here. Okay, and inside her mouth, let's put her tongue. Her tongue is just two little bumps, sort of like a letter M. And if you want, you can shade the back of her mouth in just to make her tongue pop out just a little bit more. And to finish off her mouth, we have to give her a lower lip, which is just another letter U shape, right below that mouth. Okay, so now we have her mouth and her nose finished. So the next thing we're going to draw are her cheeks. Okay, when you smile, your cheeks get pushed up into your eyes a little bit. So we're gonna draw another little bump right above the smile here, right below your guideline. And then just do another one over on this side. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do to finish off those cheeks is we're gonna give her lots of fur on the side of her face. She's got lots of fur there on her cheeks. And we're very well acquainted with one of our favorite shapes. This time I'm gonna say it's a dolphin fin. So let's have a dolphin fin coming off that circle. It'll curve out and away and then back to this circle. And then you'll have a couple more of those dolphin fin shapes coming down just to create that cheek. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing over on this side. Just more dolphin fins. All right, there's all that nice fur on her cheeks now. And then let's just do the bottom part of her cheek. Kind of connects to her neck here. So you're just going to draw a curved line that comes off that bottom fur. It stops about halfway down. And the same thing on the other side. Okay, and she does have a little bit of a color separation. She's got a white stripe that runs up to the bottom of her mouth. So we're going to draw a little stripe line here, and it's just going to be more dolphin fins. We're going to start up here at the cheek. And you'll draw a couple little dolphin fins here to create that color separation. We'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, and if you want to draw a little bit of her neck in there, it's just going to be a curved line off the back side here of her cheek. And then the other side will be just kind of curving down off this side of the cheek. And if you want, you can make that color separation kind of come down a little bit further too. All right, now the whole bottom part of her face is finished. So now we just have to finish off the top parts. The next thing I'm going to do are her ears, okay? So to do her ears, they're very long, wavy lines. We're going to start the first one right here on the top of the head. It's going to be a nice long wave, almost like a letter S. Go, nice wave there. Okay, and then take that same shape and do it on the other side. And that nice wavy line to where it connects back to her head. Okay, now we have to do the inside of her ear. And to do that, it's just a couple more wavy lines. This is going to start right in the middle between the two lines you just drew. Okay, and it's going to curve up and get really close to that wavy line. And curve all the way up to the top there. Again, it's very much like a letter S. You take that S, just pull it apart. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. That's going to curve down, and then it curves back to the middle there. Create the inside of her ear. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing on this side for the other ear. This one I'm going to have it point out just a little bit more, maybe flopping to the side a little bit. Little curved line there. Another curved line, come back. Kind of comes to a little point out at the end there. Then we have to do the inside of the ear, which is going to start here on your head. It'll curve out, and then up to the top, get really close to the outside there, and then the same thing on the other side. And there's our kitty's ear. Now I'm just going to darken in the top of my circle here. That's the top of her head, so I'm going to just make that line just a little darker. Okay, so now we're going to draw the eye shapes. Okay, now her eye shapes are a little different than some of the other characters we've drawn. They're not completely ovals. They are circular, but they're almost like hooks instead of ovals. Okay, so our first eye is going to start right here on the top of the cheek. It's going to curve up and then back down. That little letter J shape or a hook. You do the same thing on the other side here. Usually got a little bit of a eyelid, so just draw a little curved line right above the eye there. On both sides, a little curved line gives her a little eyelid. And she also has eyebrows. So the eyebrows are way up here on the top of her forehead. Okay, we're gonna do the next eyebrow above this eye. Just another U shape here. Create that eyebrow shape. All right, and then the very last thing is to put in her pupils. Okay, now our pupils are just like the rest of our characters. They're circles, and we usually draw 3 of them with a little highlight being the third one. So let's start with the first circle. We'll have her looking a little to the side here. Okay, same in this eye. Okay, and then inside that, you're going to draw the second circle. And then the very last circle is the highlight. So go ahead and draw that and shade the rest of that circle in. There you go. All right, and there's our cute little kitty character. Now, of course, at the beginning, I talked about how there's all different colors, so you could do a tabby cat, or you can make her a black cat. Go ahead and color her and have fun with that. When you're done with your drawing, make sure you sign it. Put your name on there and be happy with your work. All right, I hope you enjoyed drawing this wacky kitty with me. Of course, we did the dog last time, so I had to do a cat this time. Of course, I want to hear what characters you guys want to do, so please like and tell us in the comments below what you thought and what characters you'd like to see next. We're really excited to hear from you. Thank you again so much, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.